another one, and I cannot believe, okay, I am confronted with this bullshit. Straight bullshit. If UFC 309 cannot get any worse, okay, look, I already said prior, in one of my videos that UFC 309 is most, in my opinion, one of the worst cards I've seen in years. Top to bottom. There was only one fight that I really was excited to watch, okay? And that was Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira, the rematch. Look, that was an exciting fight the first time they fought. Excuse me. But the second time around, I knew this was going to be a terrific fight. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How you doing, guys? I don't know if you know this, but I'm just going to put it out there, okay? UFC 309 is in jeopardy to be one of the worst cards in UFC history. And here's the reason why I say this, okay? Look, if it's not bad enough, we got Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic fighting each other. And we already know, this is not even a worthy, competition. All right, don't get me wrong. Stipe is a GOAT of the heavyweight division. And Jon Jones is the GOAT, overall, right? Guys, nobody was excited to see Stipe after 4 years. And nobody wants to see Jon Jones fight a Stipe that hasn't graced the octagon in 4 years. But if it even gets worse, guys, Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler are in jeopardy, and they might not be fighting. I always come live in my leisure time. It's crazy for an MSG card. It really is. It really is crazy for an MSG card. And thank you so much for coming on your leisure time. I really appreciate that, guys. Like and subscribe, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. So go ahead and give me that thumbs up. All right, and click that bell notification, all right? It lets you know when I'm going live, baby. Free ballista, yes or no? Free. Uh, is that? Are you saying? Are you saying Palestine? Palestina? Palestine. I don't know what you're saying, man. Free Palestine. Who is that? Who is that? Are you talking about like like the people, like the people you're saying? Is that what you're talking about? Yes. Okay. Look, yeah, yeah. Your religion. We don't talk about politics here. Yeah, we don't. I don't really like talking about that. You know what I mean? That's like something totally different. You know what I mean? I'll give you a little bit of my 2 cents. Look, man. You know what I mean? If there's any harm doing to any human being in any society, I really honestly think it needs to be fixed. Okay. Um, I am not a man that has tremendous power. You know what I mean? I really don't. But from where I sit, you know what I mean? I see the wrongdoings. So I do want to say, you know what I mean? Bless all those people. Bless everybody who's going through some hardship. And, hopefully we can, yeah, we can fix that. But, guys, moving on from that, man, you know what I mean? You don't have balls. Well, look, man, I beg to differ. I beg to differ because if I was in front of you and you said that to me, I'll smack the taste out your fucking mouth. All right? Don't come up on my chat talking this bullshit. All right? You're the one that's coming on here talking political and stuff like that. All I did was give my 2 cents. You know what I mean? And did it in a way where I'm not really touching the subject too much. And you want to come at me and talk like this to me? People crazy out here, man. People crazy. Don't forget, man. Heroes get broken legs too. Hello. What's your problem? Thanks. You are a normal human being. Thanks. You are a normal human. Game over. Game over. Game over. Yeah, I'm sorry. I usually don't, you know what I'm saying? If you attack me, I'm going to attack you. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Guys, like and subscribe. All right, click that bell notification. All right, it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. And if you subscribe, it keeps us connected. Guys, let's talk about UFC 309 and Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira not fighting and competing against each other. This is a sad story. All right, I don't know who's. This is not 100%. Okay, but where there's smoke, there's fire, man. And if there's a rumor out there saying that one of these guys got injured and somebody's pulling out, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. UFC 309 at that point needs to be free. I don't give a shit if it's at MSG, New York. I don't give a damn. The whole card needs to be free. It needs to be televised on ESPN Plus for free. That's my opinion towards that. Don't get bothered by them, bro. Nah, I don't really get bothered by them. I don't get bothered by, craziness. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that they yeah, they just with that craziness, man. Charles by submission is giving good money. I get you, but we might not even get there, guys. We might not even get there because there's, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's rumors right now saying that Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler is at stake right now. They might not be fighting, and from sources that I've heard, okay, and they're very very important sources, close to the UFC sources, okay, from important sources, it isn't Michael Chandler. I mean, it isn't Charles Oliveira that's the reason for the pullout. And if that's true, and Michael Chandler, somehow got hurt, this has to be the worst case of bad luck in all of UFC. Okay, all of UFC. He waits 2 to 3 years to fight, Conor McGregor. Never gets that fight. That fight never comes into fruition. Okay? Finally decides, you know what? I'm going to have to fight somebody because, this guy, Conor McGregor, he's on that pink dust. He's running around assaulting females in a bathroom stall, catching cases. There's no way that, I'm going to be fighting Conor McGregor. That's most likely what Michael Chandler, came up with. And finally, he got a fight in Charles Oliveira after almost 3 years. And now 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away from the fight, he has to pull out. Guys, this is a travesty. UFC 309, top to bottom, sucks. Okay, it sucks. I don't know what to tell you. It sucks badly. Nothing about that card excites me, especially now that I hear Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira might not be fighting on this card. Besides those two, you tell me an exciting fight on that card. Please, I'll wait. I'll wait as long as you want. Chandler can't afford to pull out. That's exactly what I am stating, man. He cannot afford to pull out. And if this is true, this is horrible for his career. Horrible for his career. Now, I don't even know the extent, if there's an injury or anything like that. I have no idea. But if it is an injury and he has to pull out, he's 38 years old. He's 38, guys. If that door hasn't closed yet, that door is fucking closing real soon. You look like Isco on ex-player for Real Madrid. I don't even know what you said, Moonlight Shadow. What are you trying to get here? What are you trying to get at? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Are you writing it right or correctly? Isco, an ex-player for a Real Madrid. What? I don't even know what you're saying. Marciano offered to get on short notice. I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Charles Oliveira versus Marciano. I don't want to see that fight. I just don't. I'm just telling you the truth. I'd rather see Marciano fight Dan Hooker. That's the fight the UFC should have made for sure. You know what I mean? That's most likely the fight they should have had. They should have had to headline UFC 310. But now UFC 310 is they don't have a headliner. Okay, Bilal pulls out, and now multiple people are pulling out of UFC 309, and now we got the Coleman event just in shambles. Guys, this might be the worst era of UFC history, to be honest. This whole fucking debacle. It's crazy to me. It's insanity, you know? And usually the UFC does a good job of rebooking fights and stuff like that, and coming up with a better, a just as good fight. But I don't know who they're gonna slip in. If Michael Chandler pulls out and he's really injured, I don't know who they slip in. Who they slip in? Dustin Poirier? Marciano? Those fights don't get my you know what I mean? It doesn't make my pickle wiggle. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. What do you think? What do you think? 301 or 309? Which one is a worse card? 301. The actual reality that we're actually taking note that the UFC is giving us pieces of shit pay-per-view and cards. It's a travesty, guys. And you know what? If I had to make a decision, I'll say UFC 309 is most likely the worst card in UFC history. Don't get me wrong, 301 was bad, but UFC 309 is just as bad, man. Especially with the co-main event now pulling out. And not only that, guys, not only that, but I saw a recent W Beard. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, all right? And if you subscribe, it keeps us connected, all right? Now, and click that bell notification as well. It'll tell you every time I get on live. Now, guys, look. I watched a recent video with Jon Jones, okay? He was hitting mitts. Jon Jones was hitting mitts in the ring. And he was doing a phenomenal job, don't get me wrong. But then I looked at his feet. And I noticed there was something wrong. Even the way he was stepping to throw his punches, to connect, there was something wrong. I can notice that. I've been watching Jon Jones for a very, very long time. And I can see where something is off. And then I looked closely. He has both his big toe and the toe, the index finger of his toe. So his big toe and the index finger of his toe are both like they're both taped up. Like you can't even see the toe, it's just taped up. I happen to believe that Jon Jones might be hurt as well. I happen to believe that Jon Jones is actually injured as well. But he has to go into this fight now, especially that he pulled out before with a shoulder injury. He can't pull out now. I don't know what's going on with this shit, but the UFC 309 is in shambles. The card was a piece of shit from the beginning. I was only excited for the Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler fight, and now that shit is in shambles. Look, the UFC thought they were going to close out the show really, really well, and now it looks like the year is coming to a close with just bullshit. Most of the fight nights are better than 309. My point exactly. I know Apex cards that were better than UFC 309. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. All right? From my perspective, the UFC is giving us one of the shittiest products of all time. This year would have to be one of the years that the UFC has served us. Yeah. a platter of bullshit when it comes to the pay-per-views. And look, the pay-per-views are not cheap. Them things are $80 a piece, plus your ESPN monthly subscription. Okay? Being an MMA fan is not cheap. I already made a video about that. So if the UFC thinks for 1 second that I'm going to purchase UFC 309 to watch it, just to watch Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic fight each other, you're out of your fucking mind. Okay? You're out of control. You think I'm just going to give you my money? That's like giving you my money, basically. Because that shit does not excite me at all. It really doesn't. Oh, guys. I can't believe, I'm bombarded with this information, man. I cannot believe I'm bombarded with this information. I would have never thought that this card would be in shambles. It already started off as an awful card. So for people to start dropping like flies, it's just bad taste in my mouth. Do you buy all events to watch them? Yeah, man, I really do. Yeah, I try to, be a good person and purchase, you know what I mean? But I tell you what, this might be one of the cards that I am not purchasing. I refuse to give you my money. I will be streaming, but I ain't gonna pay for it. There ain't no damn way I'm paying for that card. That's a good reason. That's a good reason to go ahead and stream that shit for free. Especially if the UFC keeps giving us this type of product. Sorry. It's the truth. Why the hell would I keep giving you my money if you keep giving me bullshit? Makes no sense. Makes no sense, guys. Sorry to ask, are you wearing a towel? No, I'm actually wearing a robe. This is a robe. You know what I mean? Very comfortable. Very comfortable on my skin. You know what I mean? Do you see this right here? Do you see this right here? This is like a fucking pet lion. You know what I mean? That I'm petting right now. Look at that. Look at that fucking shit. Shit is soft as hell. Kidding me? You know how comfortable this shit is on me? This shit is on me like a fucking like a whore on a Saturday night, man. All right? But yeah, I mean, do you guys buy the UFC events? Aryan, do you buy the UFC event? It looks fucking towely. Well, I tell you what right now, man. All right, I tell you what, Flag. All right, since you're on here, you know what I mean, and you wanna give me this banter, okay? You wanna give me this banter. This is not a towel, okay? I bet you $1,000, okay, that if I walked into your mother's house, okay, with this on, she would fucking bend over twice and take it from me. So shut the fuck up. In India, you can watch all events for $10 a year. What the Did I just read that right? Did I just read that? In India, you can watch all events for $10 a year. Wow. That is unheard of, man. That is unheard. That's the type of shit we need over here. $10 a year? I pay more than that in Netflix. Every month I pay Netflix fucking $12, $14. What the hell? And Paramount, that's another $8. Fucking ESPN Plus. You're lucky. You are very fortunate to have that because $10 a year? Huh. Hell yeah, I'll take advantage of that for sure. Where are you from, brother? Guys, I'm from the U.S. I'm from America. Okay, I'm from the U.S. All right? I live in the South. I live in Florida right now. All right? I am not Indian. A lot of people think I'm Indian. I'm not Indian. Okay? I'm not. I'm Hispanic. I am Spanish, people. Hi, I liked and subbed. Thank you so much, Beast Boy. videos. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much for your like. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. What are you doing? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up and click that bell notification, people. Right now, we're talking about UFC 309, how it's in shambles, and how the hell they're going to find a co-main event because Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler might not be happening. Uh, in India, there is a broadcasting model service, but in the U.S., there is a pay-per-view model. They work differently. Yes, yes, very much so. Over here in America, what they want to do is lie, cheat, and steal. That's basically what they do, man. You know what I mean? You can work 70 hours a week, you know what I mean, and barely be making it. Barely. You know what I mean? And they still want to come in and take your money any which way and how. That's the way it is over here in America. At least that's what I've noticed. Okay? I know. Wait, I know. Wait, you know I'm Spanish? You know I'm not Indian? What is it? Uh, hello. Oh, I don't. I don't know what you said. Only thing I could understand in the end is Yeezus. Yes, good, good, amen. Look, all that is good. All that is good. You believe in Jesus, awesome. Praise to Him. You know, if you believe in, the higher power God, and Jesus blessed him. You believe in Allah, bless him. Alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? Assalamu alaikum. All right. I'm all for it, guys. If your religion, awesome. Okay. I don't like talking about that. Uh, Tony Ferguson. What's the matter with Tony Ferguson? One of my favorite fighters. It's sad that he's on an 8-fight losing streak. And can you imagine? Can you imagine? Why did you get so upset, angry, man? Adrenaline and testosterone goes up in man so fast. So sorry to say something that made you mad. So I don't take you bad words, but it's personal. Uh, you see, here's the twist. Okay, flag. Here's the twist. FLAG. Um, you said I'm so mad. You see, I'm not mad at all. I was just regurgitating the bullshit that you was regurgitating. So if you're gonna spit at me the toilet water that you're gonna spit at me, I'm gonna toss you complete shit. That's it. I'm not mad. Do I look mad? Guys, do I look mad? I'm not mad at all. I'm over here laughing, communicating, conversing with people on here. I'm definitely not mad. You know what I mean? If anything, you just might be mad because what I said was true. That's all. So, like I always say to the people that regurgitate toilet water, if you're gonna be on here doing that, expect bullshit back at you. That's it. Or get the fuck out of my channel and stop commenting. It's that simple, people. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Takes minimal effort. Hi, dear. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. How's weather going? Weather's great. What do you mean? It's a little hot, a little humid, which for this time around, for it being November, you don't expect it to be as humid as it is right now, which is really surprising. But for the most part, it's good. All right, it's warm. All right, high of 77. I wish it was, high of 72. I love that type of weather. Are you a UFC fighter? No, I am not a UFC fighter, guys. I have trained mixed martial arts. I started when I was 14 years old. Okay, I started with regular Muay Thai, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? Now, later on in my life, I don't do as much sparring with the Muay Thai. I'm more, I try to spar a little bit here and there for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's just I'm an older guy. I've gotten a lot of injuries, and I'm trying to mitigate that. Tweaker living with his mom. I'll send you 100 if you smoke a shard on stream. I'm definitely not a tweaker. I definitely don't do drugs. You know what I mean? For those people who do, bless you, bless your heart. I don't do any drugs like that, man. You know what I mean? So best of luck to you if you're doing that type of stuff. Hopefully you make it last, right? Is he my great brother? Is he my great brother? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is he my great brother? I'm lost. Man, I hate being accused for being a crackhead. Uh, I'm not accusing you to be a crackhead, man. I'm not accusing anyone. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm not accusing anybody, guys. All right? But, anyways, guys, look, I'm here chatting with you guys, and I'm losing the topic, but the topic of discussion, all right? Because I'm on the 25th minute mark. At the 30-minute mark, usually I start talking about something totally different, whatever you guys want to communicate about. But for the next 5 minutes, I do want to complain and bitch and moan about the UFC potentially canceling the Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira fight. I'm in disbelief. I'm sick to my stomach. When I was approached with this news, I nearly threw up. Okay, I almost threw up and I almost yelled in public, literally. And I'm so happy I held it all inside and I didn't do such thing because it would have been a bad look. What do you do? What do you mean? What do I do? What do you mean? What do I do? What do you mean? What do you mean? But what do I do? That's a very generic question. But what do you mean? What do I do? Oh no, I'm not saying you are accusing me. I was just relating to what you were saying, man. Oh, okay, Harley. That's what's up. That's what's up. I got you. Tweaker's living in his mom. Harley, stop smoking crack. Guys, come on, guys. Stop with the whole crack thing. Are you a Muslim? What makes you think I am a Muslim, and what makes you think it's okay to ask somebody about religion? That's crazy to me. I've never went up to a person, right, and just was like, hey, are you Catholic? Are you Catholic? Like that shit don't go through my mind. I don't know why people have it in their head that they could just ask someone, "Hey, what are you this? Are you that?" Especially when it comes to like a religion. I don't think that's appropriate, guys. Okay, I don't think that's appropriate to ask anybody what their religion is. I think you should just, if you like the person who he is, that's what's up. If you don't, then keep it moving, right? But I think it's totally inappropriate to be asking people what their religion is, especially in today's society. Come on, guys, grow the fuck up. Let's move on. Um, your room looks very nice. Can you show your room? This isn't a room. This is actually this is not a room. Well, it is a room. Don't get me wrong, but this is my. I'm in my eating area, right? This is where I eat, and then behind me is the kitchen with the refrigerator, right? And then the side of me is like a little den where I keep my collection of like sneakers and just basically everything that I enjoy, right? And then I have my living room back over there. I have my big ass screen over there. It's like 100 foot or something like that. I don't even know how big this is. Yeah, probably like 100 feet or maybe 120 feet screen. And I have a projector. Yeah, that's my place right here. This is my place. I don't live in a room, right? I don't live in a room. I live in a nice condo-y area. That's why I keep it real. Yes, dining room. This is my dining room. Sorry, guys. I'm. It's a little bit early for me in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning right now. It's been a long, long one, right? So, sorry I can't come up with the gibberish, but yes, this is my dining room. Where I'm at right now is my dining room. Yes, that's what it will be called. Guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We have a lot of people watching, but we have minimal likes here. I only have 3 likes. What's going on here, guys? I mean, if you don't like me, that's what's up. It's okay, all right. But if you do, and you're on here and we're communicating, go ahead and like. Go ahead and subscribe. It takes minimal effort, guys. Holly, stop smoking in general. It's all good, man. Yeah, guys. It definitely is all good. It definitely is all good. But once again, I'm gonna end it with this. Well, I'm on the 29-minute mark. I'm gonna because every time at the 30-minute mark, I start talking about something else. But I just want to end this topic with I'm in disbelief. I'm pissed. And if Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira, if that fight ends up just not happening, we could basically kiss Michael Chandler's whole career goodbye because we don't know what type of injury he has. We don't even know what's the reasoning why he's pulling out or if it's Charles Oliveira that's pulling out. But from the rumors, it's not Charles Oliveira who's pulling out. So if it is Michael Chandler, I wish him the best of luck. But he could basically kiss his career goodbye because he's 38 years old. He's 38, guys, and that's not a young 38 either. The guy has been in wars. Almost all of his fights are wars. So that's not a 38-year-old right there. Very sad, very sad. But yeah, guys. But yeah, guys, man, I think it's really crazy, man. I think, we're living in crazy times, man. We're living in nuts. We're living in a nutty world right now. You know what I mean? We're living in a crazy world where, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm very self-aware, I guess you can say. And what I mean by that about being self-aware is like, I know myself, you know what I mean? And I know that, you know, I'll give you a perfect example. And we're already done with the Charles Oliveira and stuff like that. Now we at the 30-minute mark. We're going to start talking about something else. Cheering for Oliveira. Hey, I was cheering for both guys, man. But at this point, the fight might not even happen. So, it's hard when you get invested into these things. Somebody's speaking Chinese or that is Mandarin, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it is Mandarin. It looks like Mandarin. If it is, I don't understand Mandarin, but bless you. Bless you. Thank you. Hopefully you're saying good things. Like and subscribe, guys. But once again, man, I know myself, and I know for a fact that I'm not going to put myself in any situation that I don't want to put myself in, right? And for some odd reason, there's people out here that they're just stupid, man. They're dumb, and they put themselves in awkward situations, and they end up coming out in the losing end. And I never understand it. I'm not, you know. I'll give you one example of mine why I think this world is pretty crazy, right? A few days ago, I had to go to the gas station. I went to the gas station. I used this machine, okay? I used this machine in this gas station. It costed, I think it's like $2 to use it, right? I used it one time. When I looked at my bank account, like, cause I get notifications from my bank account, and later on that day when I looked, my bank said that the gas station charged me 4 times. So it charged me 4 times, the $2. I go back to the gas station. I tell the clerk, hey, and I showed them proof. I showed them the pictures. I was like, yeah, I used this machine here and it charged me 4 times. You know what I mean? I just used it once, so I just would like my money back. It was like $8 and some change that they needed to get me back. They needed to give me back, right? The guy says, oh yeah, we could definitely do that. You just have to come back when the manager is here. I was like, all right, awesome. When is the manager here? Oh, tomorrow. Awesome. I come in the next day. I ask about it. I show them the pictures. You know what they tell me? They start giving me the runaround. They started telling me I have to call this 1-800 number. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to get on the phone with these people. And I stopped this clerk, this manager. I stopped him right in his track. And I said, so wait a minute. For $8, you want me to run through hoops or jump through hoops, run a marathon. After running the marathon, drink a couple beers, and then run and sprint another 2 miles? You're fucking crazy. I'm not doing all this just for $8. You're fucking out of your mind. And then the person was just like, oh, I apologize. I'm not trying to give you the runaround. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is definitely the runaround, especially for $8. $8? You're a fucking multi-million-dollar company. And you're telling me if one of your machines charged me more than enough times that I've used it, if I only used it once and I got charged 4 times, I want my fucking money back. I don't give a fuck who you are. Point blank. And all of a sudden, this fucking gas station couldn't give me my money back. And I thought that's so fucking crazy because I know for a fact if I walk to the gas station, right? If I walked into the gas station, all right, and I tell the clerk, hey, I'm gonna buy this monster, and I put the monster in front of him. I'm gonna buy this, boom, and I give him the money for the monster. But then I tell him I got another four right here that I'm not gonna pay for, and then I just walk out. You think that shit gonna slide? I don't think that's gonna slide at all. 0%. So that's what I mean that we're living in a crazy world. We're living in a crazy society. A crazy society where wrong is right and right is wrong. It's fucking pretty crazy out here, guys. It really is. I've been on here for 35 minutes, guys. What are you guys doing? Michael Winslet Elliott. It's all good, man. Excuse me, guys. But I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna get to co-main event this UFC 309. I really don't. I wish you know, Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira ends up happening, because if it doesn't end up happening, I mean, that's it. That's pretty much it for Michael Chandler, especially if he's injured. We don't know, you know, the full, you know, story just yet. It's coming out, you know, it's coming out in trickles. So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna headline UFC 310 either. There's just a lot of what ifs, a lot of who's gonna end up stepping up. You know, a lot of people are saying Usman is gonna be the guy to step up, and I'm like, but the guy's on a 3-fight losing streak. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me, guys. It really doesn't. Man, I gotta wash my hands. I guess I must have left syrup on my table, and I went ahead and touched it, and now my freaking hands are sticky. Oh man, I gotta wash my hands now, man. Shit. I'm probably gonna get out of here at the 45-minute mark, guys. You know, call it a day at the 45-minute mark. It's really early in the morning right now. I wonder where everybody is at, where everybody else is at. Where's everybody at? I have people from India. I have people from the UK. I have people from China. What's going on out there in the world? What's going on? Let me know. Let me know. Any good news? Any bad news? You know, is everybody happy that Donald Trump won? You know, there was a lot of commotion. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm happy about is that I don't have to see another ad. If I see another fucking presidential ad, I'm going to break the whole system. Literally. Because it's crazy, man. You can't even watch a YouTube, you know, video for like 10 seconds without seeing an ad about don't vote for President Trump or some bullshit. I'm so tired of that shit. I'm so tired of it. I really am. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, guys. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic might be the only thing to look forward to for the rest of the year. It doesn't make a difference. This country is doomed. Damn, man. When you talk like that, it's a sad story, guys. Come on. You gotta be positive, man. You gotta be positive. You gotta, you know, kick away that negativity and just be positive, man. Take care of yourself. Do everything you can to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Because in reality, nobody's gonna come and save you. No matter who the hell is the president. Nobody is gonna come to save you. Okay? So you have to make sure that you put yourself in positions to be successful. You're watching it in real time. What do you mean I'm watching it in real time? I'm confused. You're watching it in real time. There you go. There you go. I'm confused. You lost me here. You lost me here, James White Jr. Come apart. Come apart. What? What are you saying? What are you saying? I I don't know. I don't know if this country is gonna come apart or anything like that. I hope not. You know what I mean? I hope not because there's still a lot of things that this country could do. A lot of good that this country could do. You're watching the country fall apart. Um, I don't know if I don't know if it's falling apart. You know what I mean? But I have watched. You know, I have watched. You know, things change. You know, and not in a good way, man. Like everything is inflated. You know what I mean? Like bread is like $7, milk is like $7, $6, gas is at $4 a gallon. You know what I mean? Freaking to buy groceries is so expensive. You know what I mean? You gotta have a good source of income, multiple incomes just to get by. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. You know what I mean? Um, and a lot of the things are competitive, right? Like everything is competitive driven. So yeah, I mean, if we don't change some things, yeah, we are definitely we were on a slope, so to speak, where things can fall apart for sure. But you know, we're not there yet. We're still cooking. We're still doing this. We're still moving. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters, man. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Freaking moth on me. And that's real talk, man. I'm gonna stay on here for another 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Like and subscribe, guys. Please like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort, guys. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up and to subscribe, man. All right. It takes minimal effort. It really does. It helps me build the channel. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm trying to reach 500 subscriptions by the end of the year, so I can, going into 2025, I can start making changes to this channel, like getting upgrades, like a mic, so I can have better audio and most likely a better workspace as well. You know, it's a machine. It's always gonna move, but in what direction? Ah, man, that's a good question. That's a good question. In what direction? Bro, you should make some regular videos also to boost your channel. Yeah, I'm most likely gonna start doing that, but I'm gonna start doing that once I get a certain amount of subs. You know what I mean? I don't want to do things. I don't want to do too much on this channel and then not have any momentum. You know what I mean? I wanna actually build momentum, and I have a good set of momentum, and then I can start doing things at my leisure. It's just I don't want to do too much right now. You know what I mean? Too much is sometimes is bad. Less is sometimes better. So right now I'm just doing what I'm doing now, and eventually we'll pivot to other things as well. Uh, I am disabled and lonely. Tracy Wright. Well, I'm sorry that you're disabled. You know what I mean? And if you're lonely, you don't have to be lonely. You don't have to be lonely, Tracy Wright. You know what I mean? I'm right here. There's many people on the chat. You know what I mean? I'm here live. You can look at me. I can't look at you, but you can look at me, and we can converse. And you know what I mean? Through technology, we can build a relationship, right? A community where you don't have to feel lonely. You know what I mean? So if you feel lonely, you gotta subscribe, and you gotta click that bell notification, so every time I get on my live, which is usually on the daily, I usually get on live twice, an hour a piece almost. So, you know, just get on my live and you don't have to, feel lonely. Thanks for being so kind. For sure. Maybe like predictions or something like that. Yeah, yeah, that's most likely what I'm, gonna go ahead and pivot to, especially that, a lot of the people that I talk to tell me that I'm usually right with my predictions. So I might do those videos as well, actually give, effort to doing that as well. I subscribed. I'm locked in. Don't ever be scared. Live life. It's gonna happen. Make each day count. James Wright Jr. He's giving positive words out there. He's totally right. You know what I mean? He is totally right. You know, you gotta just you gotta live life, man. You gotta live life, and it's true. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? Do not be scared. Live life and believe in yourself. That's the most important thing in life, is believing in yourself. Because if you're surrounded with a bunch of people who think less of you, that's what you're gonna end up thinking of yourself. All right. Don't ever think less of yourself, and don't ever think less of yourself just because the people around you think less of you. Just pivot and get away from those people and keep believing in yourself. Okay, and eventually, enough with enough belief and enough momentum, you'll get to where you want to go. Tracy, there is also someone just try socializing more. For sure. You know what I mean? Tracy Wright, for sure. You know what I mean? Ariane is talking truth, man. Ariane is talking truth, just gotta look, you gotta socialize a little more, and that's about it. But I'll tell you what, you know what I mean? For Tracy Wright, I'm gonna give you a little bit of my peace of mind. I don't social. I'm not really social. I don't socialize with a lot of people. It's very hard for me to trust anybody. You know what I mean? Throughout my life, I've been, backstabbed. I've been laughed at. I've been plotted on by some of the closest people to me. So, I'm talking blood. I'm talking about, what I mean? We have the same blood running through our veins. And it's sickening to me that people would plot and plan and laugh and do these things to a person that's so, close to them, what I mean, in real life, So that's part of the reason why I don't socialize, and um, I have a certain taste for humans. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, I just, what I mean, if you don't click with me, you're not vibing with me right away, type of situation, there's no reason for me to socialize with you. You know what I mean? I keep it moving. I keep doing my. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be rude to you. I'm not gonna treat you any less of a human being. But you won't get, what I mean. You won't get me socializing with you. You won't get me communicating with you and talking at a noble level and whatnot. I usually stay away from people, and I just do my own thing. And the reason for that is, like I said, I've been I've been plotted on. I've been laughed at. Uh, you name it. It's been done to me, man. And like I said, it's been done to me to. It's been done to me by what I consider some of the closest people that, in my mind, I would never think that. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, it doesn't make. That's not even cute. That's not even funny. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that people kill people over. You know what I mean? For, like, what's in your mind? So when it comes to humans, yeah, I have a certain taste for them. All that happened to me, and I'm stronger backstabber. I'm stronger backstabber. Stabbing. I still mess with some of them just to show them I'm unbreakable in my spirit. James James White Jr. James White Jr. You're absolutely right, man. 100%. You're absolutely right, man. That's one thing. You know what's funny, man? Is like, I can from my perspective, I can easily I know what to do to hurt certain people. I know what I got to do to hurt people. I know exactly what I got to do to hurt people. I have most likely more information on those people than they ever would know. Okay? So I know what I have to do or what I could do to hurt them, But I decide not to because I think the way you beat people like that is when you already acknowledged that they done you wrong, right? You already acknowledged it. Like they know that you know that they wronged you, right? So now there ain't no face shit. There ain't no face shit. You know, there ain't no beat around the bush now. So now when you see me, right, you don't look at me in my eyes. You don't dare look at me in my eyes. You look the other way. You know why? Because you know for a fact what you've done to me. You know what I mean? You know for a fact that there was no reason for it, right? And the way you win, man, at the end of the day is by just letting it be. Let it be. Don't look to get even. Don't look to get even. You know why? Because karma is a motherfucker. And like I always say, man, karma is something that you don't want to deal with because it always comes around. Right? And the worst part about karma is when it comes back around, it doesn't only come back around to you, the person who actually done the mischief, the bad doing. It doesn't only come back to you, it comes back to the closest people that you love. And that's what's scary about karma. And I don't fuck with karma. So to get even with someone, nah, I'd rather not get even with you. Because I know for a fact that karma is coming for you. And I'd rather stand clear of that. And I know for a fact when karma comes, I'm going to get that call. I'm going to get that call. I'm going to get that ring. And when I get that ring, I already know what it's about. It's about that karma. So I don't look to get even. I look to succeed. And that's the way I succeed. Have you ever met any UFC fighters? Yeah, I met some UFC fighters. I met Kobe Covington before. He was a cool guy. He really, really was. I met Jacare. Jacare was, I mean, I didn't get to, communicate with him and talk to him like I did with Kobe Covington, but Jacare was pretty cool, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't a dick. Like, I said hi to him, he said hi to me and whatnot, and that was about it, you know what I mean, about that. But Kobe Covington was a little bit different just because, I don't know, we just kind of like, I just kept asking him questions, and he was a normal human being just answering my questions, and it was cool. I was like, wow, this guy, very informative. In my culture, it's believed that your karma affects you in your next life rather than the present. Well, Aryan, that's even worse. Aryan, that's even worse, man. That's even worse because can you believe, man, if the karma doesn't come back in this lifetime, holy shit, you're gonna have a ton of fucking karma coming at you in your next lifetime. Because when I tell you, these people keep plotting and planning. They don't learn from their mistakes. They just keep doing what they're doing. They don't ever learn from their mistakes. It literally repeats itself. Literally, I've watched it for years, and it keeps repeating itself. So for that karma to never come in this lifetime, holy shit, the next lifetime is gonna suck. You might as well stay 6 feet deep. The fuck. Billy the Kid, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm here chatting and conversing with people on my chat here. You know, we're beyond talking about UFC 309, about the devastation that has happened with Michael Chandler. Oliveira might not be happening. Teardrop. Fucking sad story. We're done talking about that. I'm done bitching about that. And now we're just talking about life. Man, I'm almost on here for an hour, guys. Whoa. Would never thought that, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, please. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. And give me that subscription, man. Give me that subscription. It helps me build the channel, all right? And like I said, I'm trying to reach 500 subs. 500 subs by the end of the year. All right, I think I can make it. So if I can make it, if you guys can help me make it, I appreciate that. What's your opinion on Gamrot as a fighter? Gamrot, I mean, he's good. You know what I mean? He's not. I mean, I mean, he's not. He's not someone that I pay attention to really. You know what I mean? If I had to give my opinion, he's a good fighter. Gamrot is a good fighter. You know what I mean? He does his thing, but not a guy. I'm not really a fan of him. You know what I mean? Gamrot is an elite wrestler with hesitant striking. There you go. There you go. Ariane just put it in there, man. I don't really, yeah, I don't really think too much of him. You're pretty cool. I hope to see you again. I haven't seen UFC in a long time. James Wright Jr. Well, there's a UFC event happening on Saturday. It's for free. You can watch it on ESPN Plus if you have some time. Watch that fight. All right, is with the headliner is Neil Magny versus the up and comer Carlos Prates. All right, if you want to watch a good fight, you should watch that one because Carlos Prates is an up and comer. The guy is a sniper, okay, and he will be a championship type competitor. Carlos, mark my words, write it down, okay. Carlos Prates will be a competitor one day for the championship belt. Mark my words. Carlos Prates is a sniper. Trumpy. Somebody called Diddy, and they put him on my chat. Why you on my chat, Diddy? I told you I'm not coming to those parties, bro. I'm not coming to those parties. No fucking way. All right, there ain't no way I'm coming to those parties, man. I don't even like white. You know what I mean? So, I mean, no way. That's how long it's been. I don't recognize any of them names. James Wright Jr. for sure. When is what? Well, give me. What was a fight? Who were fighters that you were watching? So I can get a basically make a judgment of where you stopped watching UFC. What was a fight? One of the last fights that you've seen. One of the last fighters you've seen and whatnot. I know he's good, but I don't think he will be champion ever. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Gamrot? Jon Jones. So the last person he fought, he's seen fight was Jon Jones. Oh, shit. Who was he fighting? Who was Jon Jones fighting? Oh, Carlos Prates. How dare you? How dare you say that? That is blasphemy. Carlos Prates. Write this down, okay? He will be champion. I mean, he will be a competitor for the championship belt. He will be. Okay? That's not even, I don't even hesitate to say that. The guy will be. I've seen great strikers, and he's a great striker. And let me tell you something. He's getting better every time he gets into the octagon. And that team that he has, that he's working with, the nerdy guys, they're a great team. They really are a great team. None of those guys lose. So they're really building up their team over there. Can't remember. That's how long it's been. Shit, James Wright. We wanted to know who was Jon Jones fighting. Was it, let me throw out some names out there. Was it Dominic Reyes? Jon Jones versus Dominic Reyes. Was it that one? Was it Jon Jones versus DC? Was it that one? Or was it Jon Jones versus, let me get an older fight. Glover. Was it Jon Jones and Glover? Because, damn, that's a long time ago. I know elite fighters in the welterweight. I got you. Look, there's a lot of elite fighters in the welterweight division. There really is. But I tell you what. Remember the name Muhammad is still there. Woo! I have $500 on praise for KO this week. What am I telling you guys? Now I don't know if he'll get the KO. You know, I know you know, Aryan, that's a bold prediction right there. You got a good set on you. Let me tell you something. To put $500 on that, I don't know if he'll get the KO just because Neil Magny, he's one of those fighters that he's just always there. You know what I mean? He comes with so much experience. So I don't know if Carlos will be able to get the knockout, but I definitely know for a fact Carlos will be able to win for sure. Next time I know some names, go. I'll going watch some videos. Yes, DC. Oh, DC. You see, that's a long time ago. Oh my God, Jon Jones versus DC. Oh my gosh. You know, Jon Jones. I mean, DC. He probably weighs like 150 pounds more. Okay, he's not even fighting anymore. DC is a commentator now. So shit has changed since the last time you watched, the UFC. Yeah, the UFC holds UFC Apex now. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's basically you know, they usually bring lower cards to the Apex. The Apex is like a small contender series type of arena, basically the same thing. And yeah, I think. Have you ever tried MMA? Yes, I started doing MMA when I was 14 years old. I'm a lot older now. I started with Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and Muay Thai. Later on, I got introduced to kickboxing. So I started doing kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and Muay Thai. I competed in Muay Thai. I competed twice in Muay Thai when I was 19 years old. I ended up winning. I was 2-0 as a Muay Thai fighter. Um, but I wasn't trying to do Muay Thai. It was just that I was trying to just compete so I can get into mixed martial arts. And that never happened. Uh, Hillbilly. What? I think he can. Hold on. I think he can KO Lee Lang. Then I think if he can. Oh, if he can KO Lee Lang, then he could KO Magny, and there is 5 rounds. Holy shit! I didn't know that was 5 rounds, Ariane. I had no idea it was 5 rounds, Ariane. I didn't know that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And Lang, Lee has never been knocked out. Lee has never been KO'd, let alone KO'd like that. So you're absolutely right when it comes to that point. And I had no idea that it actually was 5 rounds. I thought it was just 3 rounds, but it's 5 rounds. So yeah, there's a lot of time for Carlos to do some work. Author of 7 books, can't find footage of Stipe training. What? What? Can't find footage of Stipe training? He's training. He's training. There is video out there of Stipe training. If you follow him on, if you follow his Instagram, there's a lot of videos out there. And if you follow Anthony Smith as well, you're gonna see some Anthony Smith stuff on there too, because I believe Anthony Smith went over there and trained with Stipe as well. So he's training. He's training his ass off, and he looks bigger too. Stipe looks actually way bigger than what he used to. He looks muscular, man. He looks ready. What's your favorite fight in UFC? What's your favorite fight in UFC? My favorite fight, man. Oh, what are your thoughts on Bo Nickel versus Kamzat? That shouldn't even be a discussion, Isaac. That shouldn't even be a discussion. Bo Nickel is nowhere near Chimaev. Nowhere near. That's my opinion towards that. And what's my favorite fight in UFC history? My favorite fight. My favorite fight. My favorite fight. From the top of my head, how can I come up with this right now? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Hold on. Shit. Um. All right. Favorite fight that I watched, and I could go rewatch it right now, and I could rewatch it 300 times most likely, and I'm gonna be entertained from the beginning to end. Was Dan Hooker versus Dustin Poirier. That would most likely be one of my favorite fights in the UFC, and that was at the UFC Apex as well. Bo Nichols should first face Ikram before talking about. First of all, Bo Nickel needs to fight somebody ranked before he even talks about Chimaev. All right. Everybody wants to talk about how Bo Nickel got this good wrestling and this and that. Guys, he went into a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition, Bo Nickel, and he ended up getting submitted. Okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. It was he was going up against the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist and whatnot, but still he lost. You know what I mean? Which, come on, doesn't have that good ground game. Jesus, peace be upon him. Mine is Islam versus Volkanovski. The first one, that was a good one. That was a good fight. That was a really, really good fight. I keep telling people, although Bo hasn't been tested yet, his wrestling can be a problem for Kamza, and I'm a Kamza fan. No way, Isaac. No way, no fucking way. Just put it this way: Robert Whitaker will maul Bo Nickel. Robert Whitaker would maul Bo Nickel. Straight up. I don't see how Bo Nickel would win that fight. And Chimaev was able to go in there and impose his will, take him down with no fucking opening. He didn't wait for an opening for a takedown. He just went in for the takedown, took him down, took his bags, and rode him out until he got position and broke his jaw. Look, guys, Bo Nickel doesn't stand a chance. All right, he's up against a dead body. All right, he's up against a dead body. All right, Paul Craig, that's who he's fighting. Paul Craig, huh? He's a fucking dead body. They're feeding Bo Nickel a bunch of dead wastes, and I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but I'm just being honest. Okay. I'm screenshotting this. This is gonna age like milk. Go ahead, man. Screenshot the shit out of this, all right? And save it, all right? And while you're saving it as well, put down that Carlos Prates will be a competitor for the belt one day, all right? Write that down. And also write down that Bo Nickel, okay? Bo Nickel has a long-ass way to even reach where Chimaev is. Let me tell you how his career should go. Chimaev will fight DDP in Africa, okay, in 2025. DDP will fight Chimaev in Africa in 2025. That I will say, okay? Then after Chimaev beats DDP and claims the middleweight division, all right, claims that belt, he's going to get on that fucking mic and he's going to call out Alex Pereira. And it will be booked champion versus champion, Alex Pereira versus Chimaev, classic ground game versus striker, winner takes it all. That's what I see in Chimaev. Write that shit down. Mine is Machida versus Shogun. Machida versus Shogun, that's a good fight. That was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. For sure. Whitaker is the best anti-wrestler in middleweight. If you can't survive Chandler, I don't think Bo can. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ariane. Thank you so damn much. Somebody in my chat is making a lot of sense. Henry Cejudo and Mighty Mouse said, no, Bo Nickel is a problem for everyone, but okay, man. I don't give a shit what Henry Cejudo says and Mighty Mouse. I don't give a damn. There was a time, okay, where Joe Rogan said that Ronda Rousey was the greatest fighter to ever grace the octagon. There was a time that Joe Rogan, he started crying because he said, oh my God, I've been graced by greatness because of Ronda Rousey, okay? There was a time that Dana White, Mike Tyson, Joe Rogan, and all these people were saying that that Ronda Rousey can beat up Floyd Mayweather. There was a time that Joe Rogan and Dana White were trying to sell that Ronda Rousey was a great boxer and that she could compete in women's boxing. So I don't want to hear what this guy or this guy says about this guy. All right? I don't give a shit. Trying to sell me wolf tickets over here. Not over here. I know what Bo Nickel has to offer. He's a terrific wrestler. Okay, but what do we know? This is mixed martial arts. This is not wrestling. And mixed martial arts wrestling is technically different than traditional freestyle wrestling. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear what Henry Cejudo has to say. He's been wrong before. I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear what Mighty Mouse has to say. He's been wrong before. I'll leave it there. Joe Rogan, I think Ramon is underrated at this point of time. Shavkat, I mean, I don't think he's underrated. You know what I mean? The guy is undefeated. Who's underrating him? You know what I mean? They just put him up against the champion, Bilal Muhammad. Unfortunately, you know, Bilal Muhammad, he has a toe injury, a toe infection. He had to pull out. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. That's the name of the game. You know, but I don't think he's underrated. You know what I mean? His resume isn't that great, you know, but he's beating everybody. Everybody that's been put in front of him, he's beating them. So, hey, got to give the credit when credit is due. Joe Rogan isn't a fighter. Mighty Mouse is a good people should listen to what he says. Look, I do listen to what Mighty Mouse says, but it doesn't mean I have to agree with everything that he says. I'm sorry. And if you go back and watch some of his takes, he's been wrong before. Okay? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong. Mighty Mouse is a knowledgeable person. He is a mixed martial artist. Don't get me wrong. He has experience in the octagon, so he most likely knows what he's seeing, right? But what I'm telling you is, I don't give a damn. There's no way Bo Nickel can, right now, today, there's no way Bo Nickel can compete at the top 5 level in the middleweight division. No fucking way. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Once again, we both agree to disagree. Bo Nickel is another Ian Gary. Has a lot of hype, but not much proved. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bo Nickel is another planted guy, basically. You know, in my opinion, the UFC keeps feeding him, you know, garbage fighters, so you know they could keep getting his record nice and pretty, so he can, you know, stay undefeated. Because that's the game plan. Give him, you know, lesser fighters, you know, fighters that are basically almost out the door. Give him a nice, pretty resume, so he could be able to compete at the high level when he shouldn't be able to compete at the high level. And that's the way the UFC does things, especially when, you know, they have a plant, you know, when they plant the seed. So, how come you say his resume isn't great? He has 100% finish rate. All right. I did mention that. I did mention that he doesn't have the most pretty resume, but I did follow that up with he does finish everybody. I did say that. I don't know if you're watching closely, but I did say he does finish everybody. You know what I mean? So you gotta get, and I did mention this, you gotta give credit when credit is due. So everybody that the UFC does, you know, puts in front of him, he does finish them. So I do give credit when credit is due. Yes, he does. But what I'm saying is they're not really great opponents. I'm sorry. Like, take a look at his resume. You can't tell me that, you know, he's fought another up-and-comer or another undefeated fighter or has he beaten a former champion? I don't even know if he's beaten a former like welterweight champion. Like, has he? I don't even know. I don't even know. But I know. I mean, I wish I could open up my computer, but I'm having computer issues right now. But I just know for last time I looked, it just didn't. It didn't look that great, in my opinion. I'm just saying. If Bo is able to finish Greg and can finish a top five after, would you give him a chance? I get what you mean. It's early to assume. Isaac. No, no, I don't. I don't know. Like, even if he beats Paul Craig, who the fuck is Paul Craig? Who has what has Paul Craig done? And I don't mean to be disrespectful, man. I really don't. But what has Paul Craig done, man? Was he a former champion? Has he beaten a former champion? Has he gone on this tremendous tear? No. Paul Craig is just, Paul Craig. Guy, good stand-up, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, underrated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's older, though. I mean, no, I don't see it, no. How wide can you open up your mouth? Just as wide as to put my fist down your throat. If you ask me that type of question again, please don't come at me with them dumbass shit. Call me crazy when I said the same thing about comes I saw. So I get what you mean. It's too early. I just see what Mighty Mouse sees. Bo's potential and is high, but too soon to call a threat. I subscribe this guy as a character. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your subscription, guys. Like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort. But what I'm telling you right now, it is very, very early on for Bo Nickel to even be in conversation with Chimaev. Chimaev, he's done too much. In my opinion, he's done too much. He fought a former champion, and a former champion that was reigning over the division, okay? And Kamaru Usman. And not only that, but he fought him in a week notice and beat him. And in that first round, dominated a former champ who was reigning over a division. So, no, he's done too much. Chimaev has done too much. He went in there and dismantled the Reaper, okay? Had people thinking that Whitaker panic tapped. Nobody had a clue, the strength of Chimaev's arms, the capability of breaking your teeth and breaking your jaw. Guys, Chimaev has done too much to be put in the same sentence as Bo Nickel. Sorry. Bo Nickel has to do a lot. Especially with the caliber fighters that he's fighting. Is Chimaev fighting a Paul Craig? Is Chimaev fighting somebody who's ever like Paul Craig? A lesser opponent? No. Hell no. Chimaev fought basically murderer's row as well. There was nobody easy put in front of him. There was no cakewalk. But he definitely made Robert Whitaker look like a cakewalk. He basically dog-walked Robert Whitaker. Chandler looks the skinniest I ever seen him. Maybe his long camp, then re-entering camp got to him. I don't know what got to him, but to be honest with you, it's really getting to me. It's getting to me, honestly, because I'm in disbelief right now that the UFC put on a shit-ass card for MSG, for a New York Madison Square Garden card. They put such a shitty product, right? They put up such a shitty product. And now it's even a shittier product because we have multiple fighters pulling out. And now we have the co-main event that might not happen. Guys, I'm in shambles just as much as UFC 309. Speed. What speed was what? What's John Blachowicz' upcoming fight? Hell if I know. I don't know who's John fighting. I don't even know if he's booked. Mike Tyson, definitely not. I think he's I think he's best striker in his division. Blockowitz? You think he's the best striker in that division? John Block. Hey, everybody is everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody is, but damn. I think Chandler wanted to take a break from fighting. I don't think he waited like people seem. Maybe I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe he wanted to take a break from fighting. Maybe that is true, but I don't know why I don't know why he would do that to himself. Because in my opinion, you know, the guy was entertaining. Michael Chandler, he's always been entertaining. He's always been fun, watching him in the octagon, you know. So for him to just step back and take almost 3 years off of his career, I don't think he would do that on purpose, man. I hope he didn't do that on purpose, because if he did, damn, it's a travesty. Because now, if he's injured, like the rumors say he might be, then that's a detriment to his career. Chandler's body took so much damage, he needed a break. Yeah, every fight that Chandler gets into, man, it's a barn burner. The guy, he likes fighting. He likes being in those dog fights and making fights entertaining. So yeah, he did need the much needed break, but at what cost? Because like I said, he's 38, turning 39. He's not no young man. So for him to take a break at this time, it was just bad timing. Very bad timing. But guys, I'm going to end this stream on that. I've been on here for over an hour. All right, we're counting down almost an hour and 20 minutes here. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting with me. Until next time, like and subscribe, guys. Give me the thumbs up. It takes minimal effort. Click that bell notification so every time I get on the live, you already know what's good. I think obvious. Anyway, for what long probably didn't intentionally. I just think it's obvious. Anyone who goes away for that long probably didn't intend. John made Alex look normal and almost broke Uncle Live. All right, guys. A lot of I got you, guys. But look, I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this really, really fast. Maybe it was intentional, maybe it wasn't. But what I'm saying about Michael Chandler, it definitely was bad timing because he's not a young man. And as for Jon, what can I say? What can I say, man? You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but definitely not one of my favorites to watch. All right, guys. Look, guys, like and subscribe. Like I said, it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. Click that bell notification so it keeps us connected. I'm trying to build this channel from the ground up. All right, I'm trying to go into 2025 with 500 subscribers. Come on, help me get there. Okay, we're getting there slowly but surely. We're getting there. Just help me get to 500 subscribers, and then we're gonna start making some changes to this channel. Like I said, I'll get a mic for better audio, a better setting, most likely better lighting as well. Guys, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. It's been a real one. Bless.